historically, I've had a very strong memory. It was to the point where I could remember like full conversations that happened months ago, or at least like fairly long excerpts from it. And I used it to buttress my poor executive function because I have ADHD. And, you know, I didn't really have to write too much stuff down because I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I have my calendar in my head and just pop, 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 you know, Monday this, Tuesday this, Wednesday this, Thursday this. You get the idea. But lately, my memory has sucked. There's no two ways to put it. Yesterday, I told three separate people, that is, the same story twice. So, I told person A the story once, and then I told them twice. And I was like, ah, shit, sorry, I forgot I told you this story. This is in like the span of 2 hours. Then person B, same thing, different story. Person C, same thing, first story. Definitely felt a little crazy by that third person. I was like, how am I not remembering talking with these people and telling them this story? The story involved, story one involved a physical object. Someone put plastic ducks in my pocket. I don't know why, I don't know how they got there. I don't remember how they got there at any rate. But it certainly wasn't put in last night or yesterday. Or the day before. And I was just showing people them. So like I literally had to take the ducks out of my pocket. And I'm like, hey, check out these ducks. And they're like, dude, you've already shown me. And I'm like, what? When? And the thing is that I didn't say what when. I said, oh, shit, sorry, my bad. I didn't remember. But internally, I was like, when the fuck did I do that? And it got me thinking a bit. Just the camera. It got me thinking a bit, like, what is going on inside my head right now? I'm not really sure. I had a medical incident in late May, and things just haven't really been the same since. I'd say the two big things that have come out of it are, well, maybe three. The first is, this sounds crazy, okay? Words feel different in my mouth than they did before the incident. So, you know when you talk, like, oh god, this is really weird. Okay, when you talk, or at least when I talk, you kind of feel the words and it guides your tongue and mouth and the motions that, you know, that the word requires. So like if you need to say the word like peasant or something, right? Like there's a certain mouthfeel to the, like the P and the P and the eh for, you get the idea. The mouthfeel of words has changed for me since, and not in a good way. It feels very odd and alien, and it makes talking a bit more challenging than it used to be. Hence why I hem and haw a lot and go back on sentences and whatnot. So yeah, that's probably the most concerning thing, because every time I open my mouth I'm reminded of the fact that something is slightly different. And then the second one, which is a growing concern for me, is my memory. Specifically, my memory has declined because of brain fog. It's just that much harder to focus, and unfortunately, because of my hearing, I need to focus to listen. And I am starting to wonder if that applies to hearing myself, so I no longer know what I'm saying or doing. Because my memory involves a lot of words. Usually the words that I hear are the words that I'm saying. And if I'm not able to focus on that, or my hearing is hindered for some reason, I'm wondering if that would affect my hearing. I just literally thought of that on the spot, actually. That does make a lot of sense, now that I think about it. Huh. Well, the more you know. Video is useful for something. And the third one is just kind of general fatigue. Like I'm fucking tired, man, all the time. Now I don't think this is because of that incident. I think it's just because I'm tired. But like, you know, here I am working, you know, slightly more than a full-time job plus like a cushy desk, not desk, yeah, it's a desk job. Fuck it. It's like I sit at a computer and I just fucking use Microsoft Excel. Like it's as desky of a job as it gets. Yeah, and I'm only doing that like 15-ish hours a week. I did the math on that. It's not 20, unfortunately, like I previously thought it was. But you know what, fuck it, it's 15 hours a week or something like that. And yeah, so those three side effects, those three kind of symptoms have manifested since the incident, which was due to the hypokalemic periodic paralysis, working diagnosis, not confirmed. But yeah, things have just been a bit off in my head. And it's concerning because, like, hey, I have jobs that require you to have a functioning brain, is what I'd say. At least, and this is going to sound ridiculous, the non-research job requires you to have a working brain. The research job just requires you to have a working Microsoft Excel, because I don't need to remember anything. I just need to fucking write down my notes in a cell. I say, remember to do X, and then I get up and I'm done. I come back the next day and I look and it says, do X. I say, aha, that's what I was doing. It's great. I don't forget anything in that job because I write it all down. I can turn around and have this big whiteboard on my wall. I write down everything I need to do on it. I just turn around and go, huh, okay, dishes. Oh, right, need to install the dash cam in my car and stuff. You know, oh yeah, don't forget to file for a tax benefit, something like that. But this other job, the physical job for my friend, there is no sheet of paper. There is no checklist. There is no whiteboard. I need to put it all in my head and remember it. And that has proven challenging, even though I could do it with my eyes closed last year. But could I really? No, I couldn't even really do that last year. So I guess that kind of begs the question. Is my memory worse right now, or has that always been shit? I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe it's because I'm full-time this year that I'm seeing more instances where I forget stuff. Last year I was just contracting while I worked a larger research project. That's a good question. And the problem is that, like, I have to remember how good my memory was when my memory is not being good. That's like a catch-22. That's like, hey dude, you gotta remember what you can't remember. Or you suspect that you can't remember. Like, how do I know that I know anything right now if you can't trust your memory? It's not great. I wonder if this is what dementia feels like. I don't think I have it. I think maybe I'm just a little stunned still. My friend who knows a lot about concussions says it sounds like I have a TBI, which, you know, wouldn't be super surprising, considering, like, I was paralyzed during the medical incident. But man, it really does, like, it's really a mind fuck, is what I'd say. Like how can you trust that you know something if you don't trust your memory in the moment? Like, what a miserable state to be in. So yeah, I am not entirely sure what to do about it. I've tried taking various supplements. They don't seem to help very much. I always get a good night's sleep, except last night because it was a damn fine wedding. And that went pretty late, so I'm kind of tired today. Besides that, I'm not too sure. Anyway, I exercise, make make sure not to fry my brain with YouTube Shorts or TikTok, because that's important. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where to go from here. I just want to circle back because as I drive, which I do in every video, I am wondering, like, maybe it's not that my memory is worse, it's just that the flaws in my memory are being revealed because I'm doing it right now. Maybe that's the issue. I'd say for about the last maybe year and a half, I've worked jobs where I could just write down every thought that, and I did write down pretty much every thought I had, and just wrote either scientific article language, like you know, like scientific writing, or spreadsheets, which are mostly just numbers. And there were a couple things I forgot in there too. Like, you know, I'd forget, like, hey, don't forget in your Excel spreadsheet to divide by this cell over here. Not sure, now that I think about it. Maybe my memory has always been shit. But that doesn't make any sense because people used to say, wow, John, your memory's so good. But all of them are now like, hey, John, what's going on? What's wrong? Like, why are you struggling with your memory? And that's not a good feeling. Well, I'll think about it some more. I guess the next question is, what do I do about it? So right now, what I do is I write down a lot on my phone. Anytime I can, I try and combine all the things I need to do into one big list on my phone, and go through it and check it off myself. But that takes time, and when I'm rushing, I don't have the capacity to do that because I'm in a rush. I don't have time to spend fucking 5 minutes tap on my phone, despite, you know, the fact that I think it's quite useful. It's saved my butt a couple of times. So maybe I could push for that a bit more. The second thing is, you know, just keep up with the regular health stuff. You know, sleep, eat, exercise, and socializing. All 4 pillars of a healthy, working human mind. And I guess I feel like I'm doing pretty good on that, except maybe the gym. But you know, the job I work is physical, so I'm usually gassed out by the time it's over. I'll try and go today, though. Today's a short day. That'd be nice. And then I guess the third thing that I'll try and do is maybe just like find something to read, because my memory is mostly words. I do feel like reading really does kind of proc. Kind of look at that language, proc, like this. And yes, I'll proc my memory, you know, with an on-hit effect. Congratulations, John. You have played League of Legends for 20 hours of your life. You still anyways, I reckon that's it. I can't remember anything else to say, so how about that? Well, thanks for listening, and have a good one. See you in the next one.